Welcome to the Rusted Garden Homestead. This video is all about planning and starting your fall garden, your cool weather crop garden. And I'm going to show you how to fill some raised beds cheaply, and I'm also going to show you how to direct sow peas, lettuce, radishes, maybe some other plants in August for your cool weather crop garden. This is also a sponsored video by the original Muck Boot Company. These are the Outscapes. I've been wearing these all summer. They're extremely comfortable. And I like these, aside from the comfort. I don't even know that I have them on my feet. I just want to show you this, and I'll show you why in a second, why it's important. These are stitched and glued, and it makes a huge difference. We're going to be filling the raised beds with basic topsoil. This is pretty much garbage soil, good for filling holes, but I want to show you how to fill these beds cheaply so you can save some money. $2 a bag. We're going to mix this with aged straw. I'll show you that in a second. And then the top 4 inches to 6 inches of the raised bed are going to just be basic garden soil. So don't worry about who makes this. This was on sale for $5. And just pick up any bag of garden soil. You want that top 4 to 6 inches to be better quality for your cool weather crops. Check out the video description for a link to the original Muck Boot Company. They have everything you could possibly want for working in your yard. So again, I like the Muckster lows. I just slip these on in the morning, start my day in the garden with those. You can also get mid boots. These will be perfect. These are for my wife actually, for working in heavier rains, mud, and snow. And you can get boots that go all the way up to your knees. So you're going to be able to find what you want there. This is what this space is going to look like at the end as we fill the beds. But I wanted to cut in here, go over the 5 plants that I'm going to be planting now for your cool weather garden, talk a little bit about them. So beets, first thing that are going in, they take about 60 days. They can take a frost, they're fine. Putting in my first wave now, but it's the beginning of August. These are plants you can start now. Spinach takes about 40 days. I'll do another wave of spinach. Lettuce, 45 days. I'll do several waves of lettuce. They can all freeze, actually, the leaves can freeze. When you get over here, it's really important to recognize that peas can take a frost. The leaves do okay with a light frost and freeze, but if the flower or the pea pods freeze, they don't come back as well. So you want to make sure you get your peas in a good 75 days before your first frost. I have to about middle of October, so I have that 75 days. And I'm going to do Sugar Daddy peas here and a bush variety there. And then radishes I'm just going to be putting in every 2 weeks. I'm starting a little bit early with the radishes, but every 2 weeks more will go in, and a lot of these cool weather crops we can keep planting into the beginning of October. All right, stick with me and I'll show you how I set up all the seeds you see laying around here. It's so important to get a quality boot or shoe when you want to muck around in your garden. Here's another brand, and this is why the stitching of the seams is really important. These are just glued, and you can see how they peel apart. This is another brand. Heel wears out. You're not going to have to worry about that if you pick yourself up a pair of Muck boots or Muck garden shoes. All right, let's go over to the hay or the straw, and I'll show you what I mean by aged. This is straw. It's been here for a year. It's breaking down. Anything that was seedy in there has already sprouted. Perfect for filling your raised beds. You can get this bale at any really farm. If you look for different farms that sell straw, it's a lot cheaper. That was only $5 a bale. When you have a raised bed, you want the top 4 to 6 inches to be quality soil for your seed starting. Because we're doing this now in the summer, this isn't going to have a lot of time to break down. That's okay. You know, best to do this in the fall, let it go through 4 or 5 months, and then you're ready to plant in the spring. However, this works. So if you have 10-inch sides or 12-inch sides, 14, 16-inch sides, you can make the bottom you can fill the bottom more with the weeds, and then you can do a layer of the straw, layer of the dirt, layer of the straw, layer of the dirt. But you want to leave a good 4 to 6 inches for your better stuff. Now the only way to get in there is to sit down and start pulling weeds, and those are weeds all the way through there. I highly recommend the Muckster Low garden shoe. I love these. I've used so many different pairs of these over the years from different companies, and they wear out really quick, and none of them have been this comfortable. I just slip them on, get out into the garden anytime I have to muck around. And these are really valuable, especially when I'm slinging around manures, fish emulsion. You want something that can take the abuse, and the Mucksters certainly do that. I have 5 beautiful beds set up now for my fall garden. Beds in the back, they're just going to get about 4 inches of better stuff because they've already been set up. But now this space is all carved out. You can see all the sunlight coming in here. It's about 4 in the afternoon. More shade over here. That's where I'll put in some peas and some crops that don't like this full summer sun. But we are ready now to lay down the cardboard, the straw, organic fertilizer, and just get these built up, and then we'll get to planting. Here's the setup. 2 layers of cardboard on top of the weeds. Only put down about 1 inch of weeds, 2 layers of cardboard. Once you put the cardboard down, about 1 inch of the aged straw, and then on top of the straw you're going to put, that was 3 40-pound bags of earth to fill that up. And as you put in the earth, it's going to weigh it down and compact it more, so you're still going to have that 4 to 6 inches. But once you put the dirt down, and I'm saying dirt because this is garbage, there's nothing really of value in there, but the cardboard, the straw, worms will love it, they will eat it, life will come into here, the worms will move stuff up and down, and then you're going to take any granular fertilizer that have N, P, and K represented. You want an organic fertilizer, and then you're just going to liberally sprinkle it on each layer. Real quick, the science behind this is straw bale gardening, if you ever heard of that. If you plant right into a fresh bale of straw, that is not broken down yet. When you put in nitrogen, the nitrogen in the fresh straw is going to react, it's going to heat up, things aren't going to really grow in there. So you have to prime those bales of straw, and by aging this for a year, it breaks down, stuff could grow into here. However, when it breaks down like this, it's going to be really matted when you put it down. Make sure you break it up. It should be nice and loose for your layer. You want oxygen to get in there. The oxygen is going to help good microbes grow inside of there. If it's too matted down, it's a problem. As long as you really loosen this up, you'll get good airflow. Worms, microbes, all the good stuff will start breaking this down. Now coming over here, I have a second layer. So it was weeds, cardboard, straw, dirt, fertilizer, straw, dirt, fertilizer. There's not 4 inches there. That's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. These are just principles. So I will put the garden soil down here, mix it into this part. That will be perfectly fine. Plants are going to grow in here. This is best done in the fall, where you get 4 or 5 months of it just sitting there and getting ready for the spring planting. But you can do this now in August. Use the aged straw. Cheapest way to really fill this. Save yourself money, because it's really expensive to fill these raised beds. I know that. All right, let me finish this. These beds are actually done and planted. I'll show you what the straw is if you stick with me in the video. But when you put the garden soil down, there's no point in really going into a long part of the video for this. Just put down 2 bags of the garden soil, smooth it over, and that's what we're going to plant into. You don't have to do anything else after that. The garden soil is good enough for your raised beds to start planting. All right, the beds are filled. Now where I'm direct sowing, I'm not putting down any mulch. Transplants are going to go into that area, so I put mulch down, about 1 inch of mulch, that's shredded hardwood, and transplants will go into there. I'll just clear out the mulch, put them in. So for direct sowing, you don't want any mulch down, but the trick that we're going to do at the end is we're going to just sprinkle some of that dry straw on top of there. That will keep moisture in, and the seedlings can easily get through there. So the first thing that I'm putting in are my peas. These are sugar daddies. They get tall, so I drop in some sticks now so that they can trellis around those. That will provide support. These are bush arrow peas, which means they're just going to be a little bit stockier, may not need a lot of trellising. I'm growing these just for the peas, and then the sugar daddies, you can eat the pod and everything like that. I don't do anything fancy. I mean, you can read the backs of the packages for, you know, the exact spacing, but I find that's just not even worth following. About 4 fingers, and I do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 42 peas into this small space. I just lay them on top, and you're going to push these down 1/2 inch, a little further, just like that, and that will set them up, and I will come back, do all that, and then at the end of the video we'll drop the straw down, and we're going to water in with fish emulsion. After you set your seeds, water them in with the fish emulsion, and then the straw will go down. So the other thing that I like planting, as I was saying in the beginning of the video, are radishes. I plant them every 2 weeks. You can start them early. It may be a little bit warm, and maybe they don't do the best, but every 2 weeks roll in more radishes. You don't want to plant 1,000 radishes and have to eat them all at once, so spread them out over time. And what I do, the hole's the same, you know, 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch, nothing fancy. 2 inches apart, 1 inch apart, 2 seeds in there, sometimes 3 drop in. Once you have your 2 seeds in, I just cover them over lightly, just like that. I did pea or radishes in all of the holes here, and that really will set them up. If both seeds in there come up, after they're growing maybe a week or so, I will thin it and leave the strongest radish plant in there. So peas, radishes, I also put them here because the wall of butternut, acorn, squash will shade this, keep it cooler, and these plants will do better. With the warmer soil, warmer days, these are going to grow really quickly. So try and get your peas in a little bit sooner than you might think so that they don't run into a harsh frost, and just when you're getting your pea pods, the frost comes and now you're not getting any more. So we come over here, starting on the left. These are a blend of lettuces, and I'm just growing these for baby lettuce. So when they get about this tall, I will cut them, use them in salads. So I just do a row, maybe half an inch deep. You don't need to be exact. And I try and drop a seed every half an inch, but sometimes, you know, I end up dropping 4 or 5. It really doesn't matter. So the peas over there take 65 days. The radishes take 30 days. This would mature to full size in 45 days, but I'll be cutting it a little bit sooner. And then once, you know, the rows are filled, or the seeds are dropped in the rows, I just cover it over like that. I love spinach, probably better than lettuces. These take about 40 days. I will do several plantings of the spinach. If you want this to get to full size, you would probably want to space these maybe 6 inches apart. I never really space stuff to the full size that's recommended because I find I get a lot more by planting them more closely together. So what I do is maybe 4 inches, 2 radishes in each. I don't thin them. But as these are growing, I will take the radishes here and here earlier, leaving more space for these two, and those plants will get larger. Again, this whole half an inch, quarter inch deep. So 2 seeds in each of those. You can thin them down if you want to 1 spinach plant once they get maybe this tall. But I find that spinach sometimes doesn't germinate that well, so I really recommend putting in 2 seeds. And then I have beets. They take about 60 days. They can handle the frost. They're going to be okay. And the cool thing about beets, I think you can see the seed right there. It's not actually a single seed, it's a pod. So there's multiple beet seeds in a pod that you plant. So that has multiple seeds in there. So spacing 2-3 inches, you know, doesn't have to be exact, about a half an inch deep, and then just 1 seed, 1 pod from the packet. If more than 1 come up, when they're about this tall again, you get a thin to the strongest plant. And I set everything up with finger holes, or if it's a bigger seed, I put it right on the surface so I can see what the spacing looks like. You know, and if you're just getting started, maybe you want to give them more spacing. They're a little easier sometimes to take care of. If not, you know, experiment. Put them much more closely together than you might think, and you'll see that the seeds do really well. And the reason I think is when seeds fall from a plant that's mature, they don't fall 6 inches apart or 4 inches apart. You know, they fall on top of each other and they still do well. All right, let me cover up everything here. We'll drop the fish emulsion, pour the fish emulsion on them, and then we'll put down the straw. Now the cost to fill these beds was about 25 bucks. 6 bags of the $2 topsoil, 2 bags of the garden soil that were $5 on sale, and whatever portion of fertilizer and that straw bale would cost. About 25 bucks. That's not that expensive. You can certainly upgrade, use better quality materials, but if you want to subscribe, I'll be doing a whole series on what to plant in August for the fall weather gardening, and you will get to see how this setup really works. So fish emulsion, just soak it in. Nothing fancy, you don't need to overdo it. That will supply nitrogen to help them get growing. And then once you've put the fish emulsion down, the soil is moist, just take some of the dry straw and just drop it down. You don't want to clump this up in you know, a thick layer. Just something that's going to help, like even that's too thick. Something that will just help keep the moisture down. I mean, keep the moisture in. And your plants will love you for it. Thanks so much for watching. I hope this gives you some confidence to set up raised beds and get to your fall garden. Please check out my seed shop at therustedgarden.com.